Alright, we are on the update 41 public test server week 1 cycle of the Elder Scrolls Online, basically showcasing what's to come in the first quarter patch of 2024 for ESO. And I think I have finally found a a item piece or item set or mythic, what have you, that may be worse or just as bad as the original iteration of the Adept Writer set before it was reworked to what it is now. It's called the Torque of the Last Ayleid King. It's a necklace jewelry piece, mythic, like Velothi and so forth, or Sea Serpent's Coil. So, this is the only, just as context, this is the only mythic coming out for quarter 1 patch alongside the 2 DLC dungeons. And there's 3 PvP sets and the typical 7 sets coming out with the 2 DLC dungeons, including the monster sets. And this, again, I thought it was bad just from the patch notes, but after kind of just looking at it in the game, I realized it's worse than I thought. So, and you know, it's funny because somebody pointed out it might there might be a reason why it's called but why it was possessed by the last Ayleid King because it was so bad. So what it does is the one piece bonus: disable all other item set bonuses and increase your damage done by 20%, reduce your damage taken by 20%, and increase your healing done by 20%. Now you see those numbers, right? 20%, 20% more damage done, 20% mitigation, 20% more healing done. And then the first part, disable all other item set bonuses. What does that mean? Well, let's equip it. What happens, as indicated by the tooltips, is everything is disabled. Every other item set bonus is disabled. It doesn't just mean the 5-piece bonus, right? So maybe some people are expecting, oh, maybe we'll keep the 2, 3, 4-piece bonus of Coral Riptide, but the 5-piece, the actual proc bonus of the entire item set won't happen. No, it's literally every stat bonus is disabled. Everything. From the 5-piece bonus to the 1-piece bonus. Even Slime Craw is disabled with the 771 critical chance. It's very interesting to see it just in real time here. And of course, like, unless you have, you know, max stat bonuses, you won't see a change on your character sheet, but you'll definitely see, for example, look at this, 51% weapon critical without buff. We're getting rid of some crit chains here. Just plummets down to 38.5% unbuffed. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know where to start with this this mythic. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts after seeing this. So, Torque of the Last Ayleid King. I don't know what the incentive is here. I genuinely don't know who this is for. You know, with each mythic, it feels like there was a niche for it. There was an audience for it. There was a side to it, whether it's for PvP or PvE. Maybe it was situational for boss fights, for certain boss fights. Maybe it was situational for certain kinds of PvP builds, and so forth. So no matter what mythic I look back in the past, from even Snow Treaders to the very prominent Velothi Mage's Amulet, there's always a use for it. A very clear use. I don't see a clear usage case for Torque of the Last Ayleid King. 20% more damage done of what? Once you remove... Because most of your damage in this game, as it is right now in ESO, doesn't come from, like, raw max stats in terms of, like, max magic or max stamina. That's great. It can help, but things like weapon and spell damage or crit chance, especially after they cut down on the space for crit chance outside of item sets, it's not there. Proc sets are big in PvP. Proc sets can be really good in PvE. Just bonuses in general is really good for PvE or PvP. You know, I don't know why you would wear Coral Riptide 5-piece and then wear Torque of the Last Ayleid King if you can't even proc the 5-piece bonus of Coral Riptide. I don't know. The only thing that works with this mythic is just going to be your food, potions, enchantments, your armor type passives. You know, I really tried very hard to understand, like, to try to like visualize what I would do with this mythic. Like, does it allow me to wear 7 pieces heavy for more survivability plus 20% more damage? No, that doesn't make sense, because 20% more damage of my armor type, or however many pieces I'm wearing, is not that much. I mean, it's a big looking number. It's not very big in actuality. I'm not even going to test it because we all know what it's going to look like. And the 20% damage mitigation, oh, that sounds good. It's a unique mitigation. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you could get a lot more out of, you know, an actual 5-piece item set. Maybe even just a 2-piece monster set for mitigation, right? Increases your healing down by 20%. Well, we have champion points. We have class passives. We have certain other item passives. Armor type passives. So I don't know what is happening here with this mythic. I don't know who, again, it is intended for. It very well just may be the worst mythic I've seen, or items that I've seen in ESO. The only thing I can think about using this is maybe this was like the answer to all these people, to all the people asking, you know, for a harder overland difficulty or whatever. It might be like, okay, well, if you want a harder experience in overland content, instead of us adjusting the difficulty or providing an optional difficulty for overland content, why don't you just slap this on and go out into the world? But to me, this is bad, because that's the same kind of reasoning these other people give to that crowd, where it's like, oh, if you really want to make it hard on yourself in ESO, just take off all your gear. It's not exactly the same as content. It's just not. It's just, if this is like the answer to that, I don't know what to say, because I don't know. Some people have posited that maybe this is for people who are leveling and don't want to swap gear or whatever, but I'm like, what level 1 to 50 player is gonna grind antiquities first and then get this mythic? And I don't know if you can even like between CP 1 to 10, like I don't know, why would you even do that? I don't understand why you would do this. So again, I just don't see the attraction in it. I tried to think of a lot of ways I could try to use it. I cannot come up with any way. Maybe there are people in comments down below who want to offer insight into this. Maybe I'm like so narrow-minded that I cannot conceive of a way to use Torque of the Last Alien King. So this part of the video, I think I'll offer some, I guess, feedback, because again, this is the public test server. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous mythic, straight up. Like, I don't see it going live as it is, and I hope that they change it in the 5 remaining weeks of the PTS, and I'm sure they will. But if I had to give feedback about how this could be made better, well, let's say they really want to keep the whole concept of disabling all other item set bonuses. If they really want to keep that, you know, you get nothing from any other item set that you're wearing, you would have to at least, like, bare minimum, do 100% more damage done. I don't know about mitigation. That might be a little iffy. Maybe 80% minimum. Increasing your healing done, maybe 60-80%. Just to take into consideration PvP instances. But I don't know. I would be lying if I was like, yeah, this is the magic value. I don't know. Should it be 200% more damage done? 300% more damage done? I don't know. But that's really that's just sticking with the concept, the core concept of the original Mythic here. So how about, like, because I'm thinking, instead of canceling out or playing around with the whole complete null and void item set bonuses, what if instead of canceling out all the 5-piece bonuses of a set, why not just include the last 5-piece bonus of a set? So for example, it would still cancel out the, let's say, Coral Riptide's crit chance, Minor Slayer, weapon and spell damage, the perfected bonus of critical chance. What if it cut that out, but you still kept the actual 5-piece proc bonus? Right? Maybe that could be interesting, and that could allow for some theory crafting there. Maybe. I don't know how that would work either, to be honest. Or just have it only affect the 1 to 3 bonus sets instead of targeting the 5-piece sets, if that makes sense. Why not just have it not affect, for example, 1 piece of a set? Like, why not just keep the 1-piece critical chance from Slime Crawl? There's some 3-piece sets out there that could use some attention or love, potentially with this Mythic. Maybe it could also do the opposite of my first suggestion. Maybe it could just cut out the 5-piece bonus of a different set, but give a massive boost to the 2, 3, 4-piece bonuses. So instead of 657 critical chance, it could be, oh, I don't know, 1400 critical chance. But at the same time, you don't get the 5th-piece bonus, right? There's a lot of ways I think this Mythic could work in terms of the original concept, toned down. But I just don't see this being useful at all. 20% more damage done, 20% mitigation, 20% healing done, without any set. Everything's disabled here. No matter what I equip, everything's disabled. And if it shows you in your inventory tooltips here, everything is disabled. As long as it's an item set piece. And that's it. I don't know if anyone else has any ideas about this, but let me know down in the comments below. I just had to make a video about this because I was very surprised by this. Because I just felt like, unlike all the other Mythics in the past, it just has no use. That's about it. And I hope they change it.